what is a mind in the grip of vicious circles?
Hey. What's up everyone? So my wife has reminded me that today is Mental Health Awareness Day and specifically focused on suicide. What we did for today is we actually just got out of the house. No Twitter, no Instagram, no Facebook, no YouTube, going up to Lake Pheasants. And me and Mandy have really found that getting out of the house, not doing any social media, not doing anything cycling related, which does stress you out as a professional athlete because your whole life is built around that. Going into nature really creates good mindfulness. To me, that's the main contributing factor to performance, not just in your social life or at work, but as an athlete as well. Enjoy the scenery with us. It's really beautiful. That's my excuse.
Do you hear me?
Not eerlijk.
1, 2, 3, 4. Light me up, cigarette, put it in my mouth.
And good morning.
So then let's consider first of all, what is a mind in the grip of vicious circles? Well, one of the most obvious instances that we all know is the phenomenon of worry.
Hey love.
Here's Mandy. So not sure if I'm going to take a swim right now. The water looks about 2,400 meters above sea level here. We'll see if this restaurant is open, perhaps have a coffee.
The doctor tells you that you have to have an operation. And that has been set up so that automatically everybody worries about it.
I know it's hard when you don't get the time.
As you can see, this restaurant's pretty beautiful inside as well.
Wat dat kind.
But since worrying takes away your appetite and your sleep, it's not good for you.
Okay, so this restaurant definitely gets my approval.
But you can't stop worrying, and therefore you get additionally worried that you are worrying. And then, furthermore, because that is quite absurd and you are mad at yourself because you do it, you are worried because you worry because you worry. That is a vicious circle. So now, can you allow your mind to be quiet? Isn't it difficult? Because the mind seems to be like a monkey, jumping up and down and jabbering all the time. Once you've learned to think, you can't stop. And an enormous number of people devote their lives to keeping their minds busy and feel extremely uncomfortable with silence. When you're alone, nobody's saying anything, there's nothing to do, there's worry, this lack of distraction. I'm left alone with myself, and I want to get away from myself. I'm always wanting to get away from myself. That's why I go to the movies, that's why I read mystery stories, that's why I go after to girls or anything that you do, or get drunk or whatever. I don't want to be with myself. I feel queer. So, well, why do you want to run away from yourself? What's so bad about it? Why do you want to forget this? Why do you want to become absorbed? Because you are addicted to thoughts. This is a drug, a real dangerous one.
I wanna know, is the water very cold? Water really is. Woo! I don't know if you wanna swim today. Okay, so I'm really considering taking a swim because I need to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. We're up at almost 3,000 meters above sea level.
Compulsive thinking, going on and on and on and on and on all the time. It's a habit. So there's a difficulty about stopping that activity. And you really have to stop it if you want to be sane. Because if I talk all the time, I don't hear what anyone else has to say.
questions of before. See yourself an exoplanet. Just sit back and watch it all. You are the shadow of the wind. Stay in the shadow of the wind, please. Keep my reflection from your skin. I'll keep my distance from the wind. Bad blood infection within your skin. Try to bleed it out from a scar, but only let others in. Keep far the faces you once made. Ensure yourself the one you wear is reason, not enslaved. You are the shadow of the wind. Stay in the shadow of the wind, please. Keep my reflection from your skin. I'll keep my distance from the wind. You are the shadow of the wind. Stay in the shadow of the wind, please.
Okay, so finally, let's talk a bit about what's happening today. As you can see, the sun's setting and I've already shot most of the footage. So, woke up this morning at breakfast, told Bundy, let's get out of the house because we don't have many days left in Andorra.
Very nice.
All good?
Yes.
How difficult would you say is this trek that we did today?
Hectically difficult.
Yeah?
I'm kidding. It was perfect. Not too hard, not too easy, just
Perfect. And do you recommend it to other people?
definitely.
Another thing I really need to mention is that the coffee here at this restaurant, really 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it.
The news today that you're not mine to keep. Don't struggle too much now.
So basically, what I mean by if you don't take a off season, you'll be forced to take off season, is that cycling over the years have become really quite stressful, very competitive, very dangerous, everyone taking more risks, everyone having less respect for each other. And when I go into my off season, I want to completely recover mentally from all of that. So I don't want to touch the bike. I go do everything that doesn't include cycling. So that's running, hiking, swimming, gymming. I don't touch a bike, I don't pedal my bike, I don't even go on a mountain bike. And what you ultimately want to achieve is to block out all of that mental stress and continuous thought and thinking about it, so that you can refresh, because after the off season you have to want to ride your bike. I preferably like taking a month off. I know that's perhaps too long for other people, but we have seen that a month actually does nothing to you. I still do other types of training except cycling. The biggest thing that actually holds us back on the bike is mentally, and I've seen that over and over and over. Physically, the body's always able to pull something out of the bag unless you completely overtrain. But if you're right up in the head, you can achieve quite a lot. And always the best athletes I've seen are a little bit crazy in the head, and that's why they're able to suffer so much. But also because they're mentally well rested and ready to perform day in, day out. And what you want to ultimately do in your off season is refresh that section of your brain so you can perform your best when you start again. So generally a week before I have to start training, you should start feeling, oh, you can't hold out anymore, you want to get back on the bike, and that's great. You should have that feeling, but you should still hold back and even just take that couple of days extra off so that you don't have to so that you can over recover, because I can promise you when you start getting tired later on in the season, you're gonna wish you recovered even more, and it's always like that.
Sorry.
Maar het nie rekord. Ag, fuck. Liefie, hoe kan jy dit nie sê nie?
Ek swear
I'm joking. Cheers guys.
I swear again.